Hey, man.
Hey.
So, Robert, tell me about inspections. Who's like keeping an eye on the property? How often to check into a property so that it's not getting, out of hand or in really rough shape with no one noticing?
Absolutely. So whenever we take a property on and we add it to our rental management, we do a full inspection of the property. Not quite to the same degree that a home inspector would. We're not spending 3 hours there going through every nook and cranny, but we check on the utilities. We make sure we have an idea of the age, whether there is anything outstanding. It is amazing how many properties we take on in management. We walk in and there's a leaking faucet and we haven't even taken over yet.
Yep.
So there's a lot of things that we put on the landlord's punch list to take care of right away, or we go ahead and take care of those once it's under management. And so that's kind of all covered by an initial comprehensive inspection that just gives us an idea of the initial state of the property. Beyond that, we tend to walk through each one of our properties at least twice a year. And we coordinate that and schedule that with the tenants. They can be there, they can be gone, it's up to them. And we're just, again, taking a look, making sure that there isn't anything that the tenants aren't reporting or are missing.
So that original inspection is also just covering the shape of the house. So then if there were damage to be done for like security deposit situation, then and have, proof, I'm assuming video or photo proof or something
Yes.
of the current condition of the home, and then also just knowing what you're in for with the property, of how old the utilities are, what kind of maintenance you might be in for. Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. On our initial walkthrough, we'll probably end up taking somewhere between 50 and 100 photos
Oh, wow.
of nearly every surface of the house because, we want to know what's going on, and if we come back in and there's a burn mark on the counter that wasn't there, well, obviously we know that it's
and you
fresh.
need proof of it too.
Yeah.
If you're going to charge. So, okay.
Yeah, exactly. We also handle city inspections, which are typically annual or biannual. Some cities don't, but we still inspect it on our end.
Awesome. So speaking of inspections, if damage is done, and especially regarding, there's a lot to this with like pets, or if there's burn marks, or if there's carpet missing in a section or carpet stains, how is that handled?
Sure, absolutely. Well, to start off with, the pets is a big question that we get from a lot of landlords, investors coming in. Should I accept pets? Should I not? Some have a very firm idea of whether they want pets or not.
Yep.
That's a tricky one. That is one of the hardest things to decide and weigh the benefits of, because the fact of the matter is 60% or better of tenants out there have pets. And
wow.
So
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
It
so
is.
if you're saying no pets on your listings,
you're automatically eliminating 60% of your possible clientele.
wow, that's huge to know for y'all investors.
On the flip side, pets are also the #1 cause of damage.
Okay, there it is.
So
But-
that's one of the biggest things that you have to
Yeah.
weigh on a property is do I take a chance and open my property up to the whole market and know that there's a decent chance there's going to be a lot more maintenance, there's going to be some damage claims, I'm going to have to maintain some pet deposits and security deposits that otherwise the tenant would get back.
Yep. So that's pretty typical for pets. Just have a separate, additional pet security deposit. And
Yeah,
maybe an extra monthly fee too per pet or something, or
Typically, pet fees or deposits operate in one or two different ways. It's either a deposit up front, or there's no deposit up front and it's a monthly rent.
one or the other.
A pet rent.
Got
Yep.
it. Okay.
Yep. Typically, our landlords will choose one or the other. There's no right or wrong. It's just a different way of approaching things. And the biggest thing is, at the end of the day, we have to weigh that per property on an individual basis of what value is there.
Yeah.
If it's a brand new home with all white carpet everywhere, and somebody wants to bring a pet in there, I'm going to have a very hefty pet deposit because the odds of some staining,
Obvious, yeah.
footprints, etc.
Yep.
Dogs don't take their shoes off at the door, and so the odds of that are huge. And so at the very least, the whole place is going to need a shampooing and a professional service master type clean
Yep.
when the tenants move out. So that has to be factored in versus a property that has all tile and LVP floors. Guess what? There's not a whole lot for the pets to damage. So at that
Good,
point,
yeah.
the landlord might choose to just do like a $25 a month pet rent and call it good.
Yeah, and that improves the tenant experience too. In providing good, affordable housing for tenants, I think is the whole goal here is for win-win situations.
All right, guys, since both Robert and I actually play drums, it was part of how we met. He happened to have 2 different drum kits at this rental property when we shot these videos, so here's a little treat.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Robert Stye, Abide Realty.
Matt Gusmer with Mission Real Estate Group. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully this was helpful information. You're now a smarter investor. Peace.